Hello, my name is Liam and welcome to Liam Loves Sumo. This is a new YouTube channel that I've decided to start because, as the title says, I love sumo and I love talking about sumo. And I'm here today because I want to talk about some new sumo products and maybe connect some people with a brand new site selling sumo merchandise. In addition to this site, I also work with the Tachi blog. I'm one of the writers there, and specifically I work on the Who's That Rikishi pages and the Legend of the Doyo, where I talk about historic moments and people of the sport. And that's something that hopefully I can bring into this channel as well. But for today, we're going to start with some sumo card openings. So I've been talking with Robert. He's over at bigsumofan.com. It's a pretty new website that's selling sumo merchandise, and as we all know, sumo merchandise can be pretty hard to come by, especially in North America. So he started the site in March, so it's pretty new. He started with the calendars and the banzakes, which I'm sure you've seen on. There's one behind me right here, and Jason over at Jason's Sumo channel is also giving away a few of those. So you're probably pretty familiar with those. Over time, he's been growing his inventory, and he's also started his own sumo merchandise, specifically hats and T-shirts with the logo that he designed. And in talking to him, he's been telling me that he's got a line on some merchandise from the actual Ryogoku Kokukikan. His goal is to get some more selection, especially some specific rikishi merchandise by the Akibasho in September. And in fact, I checked his site out a couple days ago, and he's already started well on that. Some of the things that he's got so far, he's got some Tagata, such as ones like these. These are reproductions, but they're really nice. This one is of one of my favorites, Ichinojo, but he's got a few there for the Yokozuna, such as Hakuho and Kakuryu. He's also got some for some of the very popular ones like Tochinoshin and Takiyasu, and he's hoping to grow his inventory over time to include all wrestlers for the Tagata. In addition to that, he's got some hats and towels and other things like that. You know those towels you see fans, especially of Miktakumi, waving around? You see a lot of that on the sumo broadcast. He's got towels like those. He's also got some things like chopsticks and sumo socks. So really, it's becoming a one-stop shop for all your sumo needs. And why don't we get into some cards? So I've got two series today, 3 packs of each. The first one we're going to start with are the 2017 cards. So these are from 2017, obviously. However, the rankings for these cards come from the November 2016 Basho, which is interesting that the 2017 cards are taking the rankings from late in 2016. And as such, the specific rikishi on here will be different than what you would have found in, say, January of 2017. So the Yokozuna for this series are Hakuho, Harumafuji, and Kakuryu. The Ozeki are Goedo, Kotoshogiku, and Terunofuji. And Kiseno Sato as well. So this is just before his promotion. So unfortunately, there's no brand new healthy armed Kiseno Sato Yokozuna cards in this series, but you will find some Ozeki cards of him. And if we look at the logo, we can kind of see a few, I guess, ghosts of sumo past. We've got Harumafuji up at the top. In the center, we've got the very injured, still fighting Terunofuji, who is way down the rankings. Hopefully one day he'll be able to get his injuries and diabetes under control, and we'll see him on the big stage again, but outlook is not too good on that. We've also got Kiseno Sato up right beside Haramafuji. Below him, we've got Kakuryu. Flanking Terunofuji are Kota Shogiku and Goeido, and down at the bottom is the boss, Hakuho. Some other features of this series, the Sekiwaki for this one are Takiyasu and Okinomi. The Komusubi are Mitakiyumi and Tamawashi. There's about 90 cards in this set, features all the Makuchi and Juryo Rikishi, along with several up-and-comers, so some fresh faces. There's some behind-the-scene cards and some very rare autographed cards. Now, in talking to Robert, he sold quite a few of these packs, including the 2018 series, which we'll get to in a second, and he's never pulled an autographed card himself, nor has he heard one, so they're pretty rare, but fingers crossed, maybe we'll pick up one today. So that is the 2017 set. Now we also have the 2018 set, which come in this. The series is called the Rikishi series. It comes in this really nice blue packaging. You've got 3 Yokozuna on this cover, so Hakuho at the top, flanked by Goeido and Takiyasu, and then at the bottom we've got Kakuryu, and then below him Kisano Sato. So those are your 3 Yokozuna for the set. The Ozeki are Takiyasu and Goeido. The Sekiwaki for this set are Tochinoshin and Ichinojo. The Komusubi are Mitakiyumi and Endo. So this is coming from the March 2018 rankings. So this marks Endo's first time into the named ranks. So a big event. So that would be a very interesting card to have. I'm sure someone as talented as him will be back in the top ranks very soon. However, this kind of was a disaster for him. He injured himself in this tournament and ultimately fell from that Komusubi spot, but like I said, I'm sure he'll be back. So this set includes 81 cards featuring all of the Makuchi wrestlers from the March 2018 rankings, in addition to some up-and-comers and rising stars of the sport. From gathering information on this Rikishi series, I didn't see anything about including the Juryo division. However, that doesn't mean that a couple of them won't show up. It also features some action fight cards of big bouts, some early day sort of rookie cards, kind of like you'd see in a baseball or hockey series of trading cards. And then it also includes sort of major event cards such as Takanohana's first Yusho and things like that. And finally, again, this series has some very rare autograph cards. Alright, so now that we've got all that information out of the way, we can start opening some cards. So I'm going to start with the 2017 series. We're going to go pack by pack. There are 5 cards per pack, totaling of 15 cards that I have for this series, and I've also got 15 of the 2018 cards that we will get to in a few minutes. So I've been very eagerly waiting to open these until I had everything set up for the channel. So I am very excited to start opening these. So since these are Japanese cards, the majority of them are in Japanese. However, luckily, names on the front are in English to help with some of the less recognizable rikishi, especially some of those young stars. So let's start in the back. We have a Takanoiwa card. So these cards are really nice quality. They've got beautiful backgrounds. They've got information. Of course, it's all in Japanese on the back with another nice little picture of Takanoiwa, who should be making his way back into the top division for the Akibasho in a couple of weeks. So that is card number 1. Our next card, we have, let's see, Sadano Fuji. Another nice card. Really nice backgrounds, really high gloss cards. Again, we've got the information on the back. Looks like his previous records on there. Just a lot of really cool information. However, most of it is lost on me as I do not read any Japanese. Okay, our next card is Chiyotori. Some of you may know him as the younger brother of Chiyomaru. It's been in Juryo for, and I think he went down to Makushita, but has been something of a Juryo mainstay for a while now, and hopefully will make a return to the top division at some point to fight beside his brother. Again, we've got information on the back, lots of his previous matches and, records from the previous bashos. Okay, our next card. Oh, this looks like one of the special sort of highlight cards. This is Takanobu. Not quite familiar with him. But it's a very cool card. Some very interesting flame designs. Obviously, he was a hot wrestler at the time. It's also got an information on a very specific bout. I'm not super familiar with this guy. He kind of predates my time into the sport. Though now that I've seen this card, it makes me want to go and look him up and see if I can find out what was so special about this match. It's another very nice card. And our final card for the set, we have Yokozuna's Haramafuji and Kakeru doing, I'm going to have to look this up because the word for this specific traditional ring entering ceremony is escaping me, but it is quite a spectacle to see. I know that Hakuho and Kisano Sato did it quite recently. I believe sometime either early this year or last year. I will leave an annotation on the video once I find the term for this specific ceremonial ring entrance. Again, there's more information on the back about what is going on here and who's on deck. Actually, now I'm looking at it, that is very different. On the back, we have Akibono and Takanohana doing the exact same ring entering ceremony. That's very cool. Another thing I've noticed is that we have the number up here. This is card 89 out of 90 cards. Very interesting. I'm going to have to do some research on this and hopefully get some information to you guys. But very, very cool stuff. Already we're off to a good start. Alright, let's move on to pack number 2. These packs are really high quality. Oh, I should mention, in addition to sending the packs, Robert also sent some really nice card sleeves to keep these cards nice and protected. So I'm going to be putting some of these cards in these sleeves once this video is done. Alright, pack number 2. Okay, we've got, looks like European rikishi Mitsushiro here. Again, another guy I'm not too familiar with. Another really nice high gloss card. some more information about him on the back here. Very nice. This is a guy that not only am I very familiar with, most of you should be too. Our old friend from Brazil, Kaisei, in his green mawashi here. He's been sporting orange lately. Another really nice card on the front. And the back, Kaisei in his really nice Brazilian themed Kensho mawashi here. Again, all the previous basho information at the bottom and probably a bit of a backstory for him and some stats. Let's see. Oh yeah, they've got height, weight, and some other stats on here. It looks like win records versus loss. So I'll just, for Kaisei here, he's got 371 wins and 353 losses. Very interesting stuff. All right, moving along, we've got Chiyu, who I believe is still in Juryo right now, but I will have to double check my facts on that one. And on the back, again, all the information. All right. Second last card, we've got Meisei, who I think, if I'm not incorrect, was just in the top division the previous tournament. He did not do very well and has since found his way back into Juryo, but he's a very promising rikishi. I'm sure he'll find his way back into the top division again, and hopefully when he does, he'll have a much better go at it. Again, his information on the back. He's got a really nice Kensho mawashi. It's got, looks like the Japanese flag with almost a wave design on it. Very neat. And our last card is a behind the scenes card for our good friend Goeido. Here he is. Looks like he's either post-match or doing an interview. This might be from when he won his Yusho in 2016. He looks very happy. And then on the back, we have him carrying what looks to be a colossal bouquet of flowers, waving to fans. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is when he won his Yusho. Got another really nice card. All right, let's move on to our last set of the 2017 cards. Now, something I forgot to mention is that Robert sells these packs, $5 a pack. Shipping is very inexpensive. In talking to him, one of his biggest concerns was about keeping shipping costs low, since most of his stuff comes straight from Japan, and he wants to make sure that it's more accessible to Western fans. He tries to keep shipping as low as possible, and then he ships to quite a few countries. So if you're wondering about whether or not he can get something to your corner of the world, all that information can be found on his site. All right, our third and final pack. So starting off, we have got Ozeki Kotoshogiku. It's probably been a long time since someone said that sentence. Yes, this is back when Kotoshogiku was an Ozeki. Seems like a very long time ago. Again, another really nice card. All his information on the back. Fans of Tachiai know him as the Kyushu Bulldozer. He's quite a popular guy, and I hope that he's got quite a few more years left into him, because I love watching him fight. His hug and chug maneuver is quite entertaining, and unless you know how to deal with it, you are in for a rough ride. Okay, so we've got another familiar face, Ryuden, who here is sporting a very nice, looks like burgundy mawashi. Currently he wears black. This must be back from his Juryo days. He's currently in the top division. He had a really good first basho in the top division. He took home a Fighting Spirit prize. His second go around wasn't as good, but he's redeemed himself in the previous basho. So we've got a nice picture of him on the front. On the back, he's got one of my favorite Kensho Mawashi, just very simple, very sleek, really like it. All right, and we're going to be completing our Brotherhood pair with a nice one of Chiyomaru, who looks maybe a little lighter here than he is currently. He's a very rotund rikishi, but all still lovable all the same. So we've got a nice picture of him in the front with his fingers taped up in what looks like a Vulcan salute. And then on the back, all of his information. I'm trying my best to keep the gloss and the light bouncing off these cards from interfering with the pictures, but they are very shiny, very high gloss cards, so I'll try my best. Oh, and another familiar face, Daishimaru, one of the tadpoles of the new generation, as Bruce Everett Tachiai likes to say. He's quite a good pusher thruster, and even though he's a little smaller than most guys, he's a pretty strong rikishi, and I think he's got a very high ceiling for him. And on the back, him and his Kensho Mawashi. Really nice, sleek design, kind of the opposite of Ryuden's. I like it as well. And our last card for this series is Tamawashi, who is one of our komosubis for this set. So here's Tamawashi, and here he is in his a nice yellow butterfly Kensho Mawashi. Very nice. Alright, so that is the 2007 series. We did not receive any Yokozuna or any of the very rare autographed cards, but still some nice cards nonetheless. So let's move on to our 2008 series. Again, a really nice packaging, really high quality stuff. Alright. We are starting with Chirutairu, Sumo Elvis. This guy is quite a bull on the doyo. He's very strong. He's wearing a... These cards seem to be a bit different. There seem to be the reverse. On the old cards, we had them in their regular Mawashi, and then on the reverse, we had them in their Kensho Mawashi. These 2018 cards have flipped that on its head. Now we've got them in their Kensho Mawashi, and Chirutairu's is featuring, I think that character is Strongman. He's from an anime over there in Japan, but I might be wrong. He's wearing his Kensho Mawashi on the front, and on the back, he's got his regular Mawashi. And got some information. Let's see. Seems to be his best 3 moves at the top, right by the Gyoji's Goombay fan. All his stats: he's 180 centimeters tall, 197 kilograms in weight. He's got his win and loss records on there, and looks like some more information, a bit of a bio on him. So very cool. Okay, next we have an early days card for Yoshikaze. Look at that hair. I mean, he was a handsome man to begin with, but man, nothing beats a rikishi with a mullet. We've got some information on here. I love how the cards even look a little more retro, especially the font. For early days, we've got what looks to be a key matchup for him, some more information, very nice. Next we have our sole representative in the top division from China. It's Sokokurai from a inner Mongolian region of China, right up there at the top of China along the Mongolian border. He's currently in Juryo right now. Another nice looking card. Not as, the fronts don't seem to be as shiny as the previous series. And then the back, again, his 3 top moves, all his information, and his win and loss records and such. Our next card is a fight card featuring Mi Takayumi, our most recent Yusho winner. This is a really nice card. This is him in his blue mawashi. He's a little more recognizable in his sort of wine purple, sort of burgundy mawashi, but nonetheless, this is a really nice card. It, again, like the last series, it features some flames, obviously his fighting passion. And on the back we have some information, most likely from this bout. I'm going to go out and say, oh, it's hard to say. That kind of looks like Gawedo, but it's hard to tell from the back. If only I could read Japanese and I could tell you, but unfortunately I can't. But again, another really nice card. I think this one is going to find its way into a sleeve. Next we have, oh, this is our last card. We have one of my very favorite rikishi, Sekiwaki, Big Ichi Nojo. It's another really nice card here in a yellow mawashi that looks like, it looks like some sort of flaming dragon and some flowers or grapes draping behind him. Very nice. As many people know, Ichinojo is the heaviest man in the top division. He's listed on here as 215 kilograms, which is just shy of 500 pounds. He is one big dude, and when he is on his game, he is pretty fierce on the dojo. All right, very happy about that one. Let's move on to pack number 2. Looks like we are going to be starting off with a fight card for one of my other favorite rikishi. We have Kagayaki. Kagayaki has sort of come into his own recently. He used to be very unsteady rikishi. He had a lot of trouble staying on his feet. He gets slapped down quite easily, and now he's much more steady. He's got a wider stance, and he's starting to take advantage of that and putting up some pretty good numbers. So we've got Kagayaki, and I'm gonna say that's Tochiozan facing off against him. There's a better picture of it on the back. It looks like Tochiozan's sideburns there, but again, it's hard to tell from the back. I'm sure on here there is some information about who he's facing, and if not, I'm sure some more eagle-eyed fans will recognize who that is. So another nice card. All right, next we have Ozeki Gawedo. Here in all his glory, he's got a really nice golden dragon on his mawashi. I like it. And we've got his information in the back. This is a really cool card. He's no longer Kadoban Ozeki, so he'll be coming into Aki as a full-fledged Ozeki once more, and hopefully that means he can focus on making a run for that Yusho, because it would be nice to see him rack up a couple more of those. Oh, we've got 2 fight cards in this deck, and I am just lucking out because it is one of my other very, very favorite rikishi. It is Asanoyama, who I have been a fan since he first made his top division debut. I'm going to have to see if Robert maybe sent me some good luck or something, because I'm picking all my favorite guys here. The only guy I'm missing is Hakuho, so hey, fingers crossed I might pick up one of him. So This is another really nice fight card. It looks to me like he might be squaring off against another one of my favorites, Yutakayama, but it is hard to say. It's got information on there about Asanoyama, and again, his personal information: height 187 centimeters, weight 167 kilograms, and yeah, just another really nice card. I like these. You can really see the fight in his eyes here. Very nice. Next we have a Yokozuna. We have Kakuryu. Very nice card. I like the sunset behind him. He looks very much at peace. So in addition to being a Yokozuna, Kakuryu was actually the winner of the March 2018 Basho, the Basho for which these cards were based on, the rankings and such. So I'm interested to see. I don't see anything about his Yushos that I can recognize at first glance. I don't know if this card was made in time to recognize his win, since he is the top ranked Yokozuna. He was the East Side Yokozuna going into this Basho. He is card number 1 in this series, and it's just another really beautiful card. That one will find its way into a sleeve for sure. And we finished this pack up with Hironomi, who I like to call the Pink Panther because of his bright pink mawashi. He was in the top division for what seemed like a cup of coffee. He was in and out very quick this year. So he's back down in Juryo. I feel like he might make another appearance one of these days because he is, again, a very talented guy. He's quite good on the doyo, and I think he's got a good chance of making it back into the top division. There you can see his pink mawashi. Got all of his information there. All these cards have these very sort of wavy backgrounds on them. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like the threads at the bottom of their Kensho Mawashi or what, but it's a very interesting design. All right, we have one final pack left. I have a good feeling about this, that we're going to find something really cool. Still haven't found one of those autograph cards, but those are pretty rare. Maybe this is the one. Alright, we are starting with an early days card for Goeido. Look at that. Now that is a very young Goeido. It's hard to believe that this young man here, I'm just going to see if I can find it quick, such a dominant Ozeki. But here he is in his early day glory. Doesn't look like he even has enough hair for his top knot yet. And here we have him in an early bout. Looks like he's hard to say who he's facing, but this card looks like it's from quite a while ago that these pictures were taken. All his information here. I'm gonna just see what. So they list his height here is 183 centimeters and 160 kilograms. I'm going to see if that is different from his current card. And no, they kept the same weight. So they don't have his stats from back then, but they still have a very nice picture of a very young Goeido. And, oh, it's him at 19 in way back in the year 2006. Very, very cool. This one will find its way into a sleeve. Oh, here we go. We have the very, very popular Tochi Noshin, who here he's a Sekiwaki, but currently he's an Ozeki. He's got his really nice blue Kensho Mawashi on, and we have his stats in the back, him and his his old gray mawashi. Now he's got a black mawashi befitting Nozeki. He's got his big old knee brace here. A very, very powerful man. He's got a iron grip. You do not want to get grabbed by him on the doyo because it's going to be a very quick loss for you if that happens. Again, another really nice card. All right, we've got another fight card. This one features the also extremely popular Endo in his Komosubi debut here. So here he's going right off the tachiai. Again, the flames of his fighting passion billowing up behind him as he charges into what looks to be... Oh, okay. I'm blanking on his name. Oh, Takarafuji. He's facing Takarafuji in this one. Another deceptively strong rikishi, but Endo's very talented. So here he is, charging into the tachiai. Got all his information on the back there. Very nice. Two more cards. We've got our very... Oh wait, this is another one of Ryuden. So we had Juryo Ryuden, and now we have Makuchi Ryuden. Here he is again in his very nice, sleek, black Kensho Mawashi, and on the back, him in his more recognizable black Mawashi that we see him in nowadays. And yeah, another one of him. And then our final card is a next generation card, and this is of Yago. And if you've been on the Tachiai blog lately, you'll know that one of our writers there, Hiruth, has been doing her best to bring attention to this very talented up-and-comer Yago. She's pointed out his very substantial jawline as a way to pick him out of the crowd. He's quite new to Juryo. I think he's only been there for a couple basho. He's steadily making his way up, and I expect to see him in the top division, maybe even this year, although more likely in 2019. And then on the back here, we have him mounting the doyo in his Kensho Mawashi. We've got some information about him, his previous records and such. So those are our cards for today. I have been waiting probably 2 weeks to open these, and I'm very happy with the results. The quality of these cards is quite good. They're definitely something unique, definitely not something you'd see at your local card store. Coming straight from Japan. I really like all the different features for these cards. And if anything, it makes me want to get some more and open them up and see what I can get. Maybe I'll get one of those rare autographed cards yet. But if you'd like to pick up some of these cards or just sumo merch in general, once again, you can go to bigsumofan.com. I'll leave a link in the description. And you can check out everything that Robert's got there. It's been a pleasure to talk to him about his site. He seems genuinely passionate about the sport and about bringing all of this wonderful merch and pieces of rikishi merchandise to fans. So if you feel like you want to get something for your home, or just open up a couple of these cards and maybe pull something really nice, you can head over to there. So my name is Liam. This has been Liam Loves Sumo, and I will see you again very soon.